how are you? Okay. Oh, well, we thank you. We love you. She already told you guys where y'all could go and find an ad online for the dolls, for the fur things that she makes and things like this here. So just like she support us on her in her style of living. We thank you, Ruby.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, but y'all know we got Brother Jay, and we're going to have some things going on in the studio this morning that some of us hope we like it.
It's kind of cold this morning, man.
Oh, well, not kind of cold. It is cold.
Right, right.
And this morning, before we get too far in going, I want to talk to you guys about a patriot and an American patriot. I have my American Patriot Bible in the front of me this morning. And I want to say the difference between a patriot and an American patriot. An American patriot believes in God and the Word of God, because, and this is what you call an American patriot, And on the next page, we got former President Obama on it, Yes, yeah, I could get this in the front of the camera so it could be shown real good.
Right.
This is what you call an American patriot, because we're getting ready to go through tough times here, come January. Gerrymandering, war. What is it good for? And they sung about that.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Next question. What white man had to go through a back door to get in any place that he needed to be in? Okay? Ask that question again. What white man? We did, Everybody is in the upper age, Brother Jay, behind Biden pardoning his son, But President Trump gonna come in and pardon all January concern. My God have pardoned me and forgiven me for all my sin. And I say, my God forgiven me and pardoned me for all my sin. So what is so bad with Joe Biden pardoning his son for all the wrongs that he done, all the sins that he done? Ain't no different, you know.
Yeah, he belongs in, and it does not have. In this case, it has more to do with people who spew a lot of hate and vitriol information or entertainment value. That this is who he pardons.
Yeah.
Rappers who sing about drill music, where that's caused an indirect influence on the young people in the community with all this gun violence. So think about that. So when you praise Trump on pardoning rappers, think about who he's pardoning. He won't pardon anyone who's on death row who was innocently convicted, but he'll pardon a rapper.
Too further, I want to give the disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything that goes on the Community Matters show does not reflect AOC, LUS Fiber. Everything is solely responsible for the Community Matters show. And now we could get back into everything that we're talking about. You know, right now, another big issue is deportation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now I read a thing say, Mexico president gonna ask president-elect or have come to the United States unlawful or lawful, we're gonna deport them back to their natural country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's gonna go for that, Brother Jay.
Well, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. You know, I keep giving the same sound like a broken record on all the platforms that if you look at the example of the sugar mills in St. Mary Parish in Sorrel, Louisiana, in Patchouville, Louisiana, in Iberia Parish, and the one in Wilbraham in field, one working in the sugarcane field, one who's driving the trucks on Highway 90, you see.
Yeah.
Do you actually think that Donald Trump, Jeff Landry, Clay Higgins will go down to the border with their guns and block these people, or work hard significantly to send them back to the country of origin? I don't think so. I think that is the biggest ploy, the biggest lie to show the hypocrisy of the conservatives and Republicans. That's not going to happen because the people who give to those industries are mostly conservative people who give to the Republican Party.
Mm-hmm.
And they do not, in so many circumstances, want to give away or get rid of their cash cow when
Yes.
they're employing these people for very extreme low wages. And these people, they work hard and they bring home the bacon for those companies. These companies get richer. The sugarcane farmers are the biggest welfare getters in the country, the sugarcane farmers. They're being paid to grow sugar. All of this sugar welfare from the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
And nowhere in the world that they will be sending the people they employ at low wages back. So people, pay attention, do the research. That's not going to happen.
Well, a lot of things that they're talking about that's going to happen, I don't think is going to happen. Mm-hmm. The number one thing I am afraid about it, I'm going to keep talking about it, and hopefully, Brother Jay, it don't come in my face or it don't come in my presence.
I just saw an article concerning one of these Republican conservatives come up with the craziest, strange ideas to go. They call the countries in the Middle East, especially in Palestine. They want to say, you can't say West Bank. It could be illegal to say West Bank. Mm-hmm. You got to call it by its biblical name and so forth. But, you know, even if you want to say, let's call it by its biblical name, none of the people in Israel represent the biblical era of these people. These are Eastern European, mostly Europeans who settled in. The Europeans from Northern Europe, England and France and Spain came over and took the land from the native indigenous people over here. So they're teaching black history, illegal in schools and so forth, in which nobody teaches critical race theories in these high schools anyway.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, because if I had my choice, I'll be telling the truth 24/7. In other words, they want to get rid of the truth that black folk just suddenly appear over here in America.
Yeah, you know, that's just
You
like
know.
Brother Takuna. Him and I used to have conversation, and he was telling me when he was teaching at Holy Rosary how they would bring him in the office and talk to him about the curriculum that he was teaching other than their curriculum that he was hired to teach. And they wanted him to teach lies. And this is why he told me he got away from the school system, you know, of teaching what he was hired to do. And he felt teaching what he knew to teach was better than what they was hiring him to do, you know. So, you know, that's been going on. You know, these wars that they talking about the Vietnam War, the Afghanistan War, the Desert Storm War, and stuff like this here. We knew about it because now we're older. They putting it all on the news media and things like this here. But these wars been going on, and it's called religion's war. Everybody want their religion to be strong. We have religion war here. You know, the Catholics, all of those religions is at war with each other.
And now is the white Christian nationalist groups that's taking over everything, along with the policies in D.C. And I'm going to let brother, I just want to read this in case the callers want to call in. And we have a favorite caller. I wish he called in today about this. And hopefully we get Paul from Lake Charles on the line. Went under the radar. None of our so-called black elected officials came and informed us on any one of the media outlets in depth about this. Louisiana enacts major tax reform, sales tax hike, income tax hike. Baton Rouge. Governor Jeff Landry has signed into law a slate of tax reform bills the legislature passed in the special November session. They include cut to income taxes and a raise in the sales. We've been watching the businesses uproot themselves and supplant themselves in other states, as well as frustrating Landry said. I just want to read an excerpt. But here's how hypocritical this thing is. The people are leaving this state because of what they're doing. Right. They're giving all the tax incentive to the big corporation. They just reduced the corporate taxes on big business. They give a lot of other tax incentive for people to stay. Keep giving them all of these things for whatever the reason. Now, what Jeff Landry done with this tax reform bills, going to put the burden on the average working people and poor people who going to go into the stores and can't afford the food because of the high sales tax. Louisiana already has one of the highest sales tax rates in the country. So you think that more young people leaving, getting the hell out of Dodge because of people and clowns and fools like Jeff Landry and all the legislative body, Blake Miguez and others, and the weak and ineffective black leadership in the state of Louisiana in Baton Rouge.
Thank you, Brother Jay, for pointing that out, because exactly what you say is going to happen. Look, Walmart is already speaking up against these taxes and things like this here. You know,
even though they're doing away with DEI,
put on the backs of the poor people, and for what reason, I don't know.
That shows you how genius these Republicans and conservatives and the so-called conservative Democrats. Before that, they keep Louisiana's last, Brother Wild. Yeah. Remember that when we say this, they last. Basically, Brother Oscar Narcisse was on. He discussed the same thing. Basically last in every conceivable statistic for a long, long time. So you think
first election as president, they had a woman running against him. You know, Hillary Rodham Clinton. You know, ran against him. He won. This time we had another woman, a well-qualified black woman, a woman of color, and everybody went for Donald Trump again, and seemed like we'd be caught up in catch-22. Running for president, I don't think Donald Trump would be in office.
And even going back to the tax rate, think about also the goods and services that the state of Louisiana provide badly to people here who are.
Yeah, we got a caller, Brother Jay. Let's see what the caller talking about. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the Community Matters Show.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, my brother. Welcome back.
It tells the community what's happening.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Brother G brought up with the taxes and stuff, but we had a repeat. He was going to do more with less.
Yeah.
And don't raise the taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think he went after? Not to raise the taxes.
Yeah.
On the north side, close all the centers.
Mm-hmm.
The park rangers. I can go on and on. That's the same. They do it. It was a rerun.
Yeah.
It was just a smaller version of it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Jeff Landry. That's what Brother Jay said. He giving big corporations big money, but he raising the tax on the new man. So we went to the state out.
Yeah.
You know, sort of like Jindal, another guy, gave UMC away.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a medical care and somebody gave the hospital, so say you're gonna cut. A lot of people lost their job. Awakening. They're gonna cut the budget in Washington. A lot of people gonna lose their job.
Yes.
Because they're thinking about privatizing and who got the money. Musk got all kinds of contracts. All the big money people got contracts
with the government.
Cut that out.
Yeah.
But they won't do it, you know.
Migrants, you know. We ain't gonna call them Mexican or anything like this. It's just migrant. Musk is a migrant. He migrated from Africa.
Yeah.
You know, Trump's wife, you know, is what?
A migrant.
A migrant. You know, I don't know where she migrated from or where.
Some parts.
I want to ask you this. What white man had to go through the back door to get in any place?
Not that I know of.
Okay. But all our entertainers that sung in big clubs, big concert halls and stuff like this here, they couldn't sleep in hotels or motel where they were singing at. They had to go. Right or wrong?
Oh, you're right, but that's what a lot of people don't understand. Sam Cooke record. I was born by the river in a little tent, and a change gonna come. He made a reservation at, I think, a Holiday Inn. And when he got there, he made it over the phone. And he never had the reservation. So that's when he made this record, a change gonna come.
Well, that sounds like the way
they kill it, but you know.
That sounds like the way they did Jesus Christ when he was being born. You know, Mary and Joseph was trying to get him into a hotel or motel, whichever one it is, and back to the barn, to the manger, however, you know. So this is why people have to start realizing that Jesus Christ is not the picture or the image that they try to portray him to be. You know? And that's the bottom line.
I like to ask the caller one more question and an observation. When did ever Louisiana, when they come up with these brilliant ideas to give a lot of tax and all for schools in the state, and we still consistently last, given all these entities and vices coming into the state, you know, we have the highest gun violence rate, we have the highest instance of cancer and all types of other diseases, mostly self-inflicted because of our lifestyle choices. When did that cure Louisiana or help Louisiana? You know, less taxes. That never cured anything, whether under Republicans or Democrats. So I'm trying to figure this out with these people in Baton Rouge, how they come up with such, answers.
I'm gonna call them some kids that they want to be called kids. Somebody says something, the Republicans say something, it's gonna hurt minorities. And they don't know, they're not no billionaires.
Yeah.
Or millionaires. They work just like they might get a little bit more, have a better job because of the kids run last on the list. And because if you go for a job, most of the time you're overqualified, you're underqualified, but look, I got a broom in that corner. If you want to keep the flow, you can start today.
Yeah.
And it's been that way, you know. So for me, I'm gonna just get some popcorn.
You're talking like that other caller.
On my recliner.
You're talking like that. You're talking like that other caller, man. But look, one more thing. I know. I know Brother Wallace can say, well, Brother D, don't let him go, like Sister Khadijah say, let him go. One of the things I say with the migrants and immigrants, and I try to go with the factual with all these people, man, damn well that they're not going to get rid of their cash cow where they're paying these people low wages in some cases. They're not going to get rid of those people. The whole industry going to collapse. Even for the future, even if the sugar meal season is over with and sugar cane hard, they still need those people year round to get things ready for the next year. Nowhere in the world they're going to get rid of these people. So why do people fall for those things when they go and pull a lever to vote for these idiots, these racist idiots? Right. I just got to...
Yes, Kate.
Brother J, they know what's happening. And I meant in a good way about popcorn.
Yeah.
I was brought up poor, you know.
Yes, sir.
So
we didn't know what was there till we got grown and could afford it.
Where these Cajuns used to go into these fancy restaurants every night or once a week or whatever. They're gonna be hurt more than with me.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of suicide.
Yeah.
Because with the tax breaks, they get shot into the stick too. You know, they think Trump. That's what the government do. Is street lighting, roads, bridges. I can go on and on with some things. And who makes the money? Who gets the contracts?
Yeah, it's not us.
Y'all talking about different immigrants. But the Indian guy, he's a billionaire too.
Yeah, Basin Ramaswamy. Someone who, with a name like that, one of the Republicans would say, well, with a name like that, he should be deported himself.
Yeah.
But,
But that's what I'm saying. He's a billionaire.
Yeah.
And going to run the government.
Right.
You know.
Who the government is really running. They're running the poor and the middle class.
Who's running the government?
Huh?
Who's running the government?
Yeah. No, we're not running the government. They are running us with all the big tax breaks to the rich, and put all the burden on the poor.
From our Black Caucus in the state about this whole tax reform thing, they know how to make use of the media to go and do some entertainment for the all-white party, but they never talk about this tax reform thing, which is more important than any livelihood. I mean, it's your life blood if you don't know if you could survive. And I don't understand why they didn't come and inform the community about what was getting ready to go down in January.
They was too busy giving away turkeys to the turkeys.
Right.
Right. That's what they was more interested in than informing the people of what's getting ready to hit them in the face.
Well, they say we should not criticize our elected black officials.
Well,
and I think it's a new day. We have to make it.
We're not just criticizing our black officials. We are criticizing officials, period. We are letting you know about all our elected officials, but we have more in common with the people that look like us and supposed to be for us. So this is why we have to call black elected official out too. I have a mic. Other people have mics. I don't try to impose what community matters, but other people try to make the community feel guilty about something they don't do, and they're not doing them themselves.
Or not standing up and fight, even if you don't have a majority, you have to what people elect people for, even for a super go against the super, they elect them to go and fight and come back and inform the people and galvanize support for an issue to help them better off.
Right.
Not just going along for the sake of the lobbyists and the other influential people. Clay Higgins I'm gonna catch you, got him shook up. And I'm gonna leave it at that, my brother.
Yeah, well, what I'm trying to do is inform the people. That's why I gave it the name. You and I came up with the name Community Matters. Community do matter. And it's not just in Lafayette community, it's in community all over, because I talk to people in different states. What's going on? So this is how I know we not the only one having our problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it seems like other cultures go further than where we going. Because like the caller say, either we overqualified, underqualified, but we are very qualified to catch that broom or that mop,
Yes, yes.
So, caller.
Let me put that one more. Fox News, after this year, they have nothing to report about the Democrats and all that. And I need to ask a question. Maybe y'all can answer that. How they get a 2 hour and a lot of people can't get all they want?
Yeah.
Well, I'm working on 2 hours. I got to figure. I can't go from 11 to 12. I got to go from 9 to 10 to 11. And I'm working on that, caller. Brother Jay.
Yeah, I know the show in question, and they've been like that, but way before, even when the John Bell level, so they could find something to talk about, and they serve a lot of about what they're doing. They say we being racist. So what you're gonna see, my brother, is more like that reverse racism. Whenever I call out a racist for treating me bad or enacting policies, they can say, no, you being racist, which all black politicians can be like. When she told them what white man has been oppressed, Clay Higgins claimed that he's being oppressed because people pointing out his racism. Clay Higgins engaged in racism when he was a member of OPD, Opelousas PD. Nothing was done. Chief Perry Gallo, the little mulatto, he let him go. So this is what oppression is. So right now, whatever we say to them, they reversing it on us, and we got black people going along with that stuff.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, our black politicians love to go put on their suit, their tie, you understand me, and drink, and, hug them and talk about you, my friend.
Black celebrity politician, I call it.
Okay. So now you understand.
And they don't get no legislation passed. They don't horse trade for nothing. They don't say, look, we're going to shut this legislation body down. We're going to push that nobody comes to the Superdome in January, to the Super Bowl or February when it happens. They don't push for none of the things like these on what they say. The Democrats and the Republicans, the Democrats and the progressives and the people, like-minded people who are on the side of justice don't even have a clue how to do anything to those people. People are winning. I'm just saying they're winning left and right.
Yeah, well, I asked a politician one time, why don't you put some legislation in the legislature? Got what I wanted him to put it in. He asked me, what white legislator is putting that in office, he'll vote for it. No. You put it in, regardless whether it passed or not.
The mindset is Project 2025 gonna put everybody in the projects.
Yeah.
That's what the whole notion is, bottom line.
Yeah, but you seem you're not from Lafayette and you don't roll around Lafayette like I do.
Sometimes.
They're building humongous apartment by the post office.
Right.
They're building them all over. Subdivision. This is why I'm constantly putting at them about putting a hospital on the north side. When they first started talking about this, Brother Jay, this was 15, maybe 20 years ago. I went to a meeting and they was talking about the project of putting subdivision up and everything. And I wasn't gonna say nothing, but Mike Oye kept pushing me to say something. So I said, oh, and everything y'all got up on this screen here look good. Gonna make it good. You know, but it's gonna fail without a major hospital on this side of town. Now, this was 20 years ago. I was talking about a major hospital on the north side of town. And the project that they had up on the screen is coming up plus. What part of that we don't understand? Why 2025, I'm going to put on my suit. I don't wear a tie, but I'm going to put on my suit and start going to these people, you understand me, and see what I could do to get a hospital on the north side of town.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Brother Paul, where you at this morning? You know?
Well, you talking about Clay Higgin earlier. Clay Higgin, them guys on Wednesday.
Man, for putting up with my rhetoric. Thank you so much, bro.
Hold up. I got one more. With the, I'm going to say his name, Andy Narcan. He's elected official.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not giving things on what Lafayette is about and what they plan to do.
Right.
And that meeting on Thursday at the rec center, Como Rec Center, that's where they get, is a meeting that we don't go, but he votes on that type meeting.
A Klan meeting, I call it.
Yeah. That's a blue, what they call that, a
Blue collar meeting?
Yeah, but I'm saying they got when you go and have a meeting without people.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know what you mean. The blue, it's supposed to be a public hearing, but not supposed to be secret. I guess in some ways.
It is not secret, but you know.
And Josh Geary was there, and I made my case, stated what I had to state. He turned around and told Jim, "Why is this, Jim? Hey, Wallace, what party you belong to?" I told him, "No party." You know. Now what you gonna say about that? I don't belong to no party, so come on with it. You know. But the thing of it,
not to cut you off, when he asked you that, he wanted to know if he was with the Klans or without the Klans.
Yeah.
Guys, y'all have a nice weekend.
Yes, sir.
Let y'all finish y'all show. Thanks for letting me call y'all.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for the call.
Yeah.
You know, you're a very informed caller. You know, he speak what he know and not what he don't know.
Right.
You know, like some people do. You know, what I like about the Community Matters show, you could call in on this show. I'm not telling you call in, I'm not going to answer that phone. You call in on this show, I'm going to answer that phone. I don't care which way.
When people claim they black owned or black media, let's say, you know, even though we for everybody, we emphasize if we black because black folks have far and few between media to get informed.
Yeah.
And most of the time, if we get informed, we get on a sound bite on one of the corporate TV station or corporate radio, a little sound bite.
Yeah.
Where they sell us a lot. They sell a lot to the advertisers sell a lot to the community, but they don't give back in the form of being open about the comments. You know,
right?
And so
we got 15 minutes left. Anybody want to call area code 337?
Don't be afraid. If you're elected politician, don't be afraid. You got something to say it.
347-7236.
Tell us why y'all so ineffective in Baton Rouge. Tell us
that if they get involved, they won't be recognized through the, quote, white politicians.
I mean, every institution in the state of Louisiana, whether it's HBCU, Southern Grambling, the other, even Xavier, I see a semblance of influence by other people. Let's say other people, whether it is the state. You know, let's look at Jeff Landry and his influence because he just appointed someone he liked to or Grambling or one of them. And I got to go back and look at that article. The point is having him pick a career prosecutor to head one of the major black institutions. That's not, I mean, not Southern. Not Southern. I think it's Graham. One of the other schools, something, I got to look it up. But having a lot of influence on these people. I know Mr. Pierre's head of Southern, Chancellor of Southern. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much of a relationship he has with Jeff Landry. Jeff Landry is from the same. It's great to pick the people you know, but you got to look at the ideology of the person who's picking you. If the ideology is really against your community, why you should be serving that individual if you can't change it from the inside? Mm-hmm. You know, so that I'm just saying that. Think about it. Our young people are leaving in droves because of these very same issues.
Well, the thing of it is, I keep saying, you know, when I bring certain, because you're not paying attention mm-hmm. to what's going on. They have a lot of people tell me, you understand me, that the first term Donald Trump was in office, he was a good president. I said, what? You say he was a good president? Name me one thing that he did. He gave us a stimulus check. I said, now that's the dumbest statement I ever heard. Well, becoming president, he wouldn't let the checks go out until right. his name was on them.
Right.
I didn't know that. I said, right, because you're not paying attention. You're paying attention to what you're getting, not what you're supposed to be giving, you know?
Mm-hmm. Look at all the hires that Trump was trying to get nominated and what conditions they are in. You know, you got sex offenders, you got pedophiles, you got crazy people, crazy outlandish state. The bosses at Ross's are fine with that. The bosses at over there at the Lemoyne Company is fine with that. The CEOs of a lot of corporations in Louisiana who hail from Louisiana are fine with that. All the state legislative bodies, as far as Caucasians, they're all fine with that. That tells you a lot. We'd rather have these crazy racist people over everybody else just to make a point about the people who are so-called Democrats or semblance of what we call pre-Nazi Germany. Mm-hmm. And that's where they want to take it. They want to take it to another level. But I tell you what, these young people out here, no matter how messed up they are on some issues, they won't take it.
Right.
And people need to just get ready and out with some of these things they want to do to the let's say the population.
Mm-hmm. Well, American population.
You're self-employed. That's what I say. If they keep on going that way.
Yeah, because it's not just going to be a section. Mm-hmm. You know, now Jeff Landry got his state. You understand me? That he's going to section. That he's going to do what he wants to do for separation and mm-hmm. divide, conquer and divide. You know, lack of education, mm-hmm. lack of knowledge. All these things are going to play a big part. You're trying to de-educate our kids now in the school.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he want to de-educate our kids, not make our kids be smarter, you know. And we got a lot of homes that we not educating our kids. You know, I was talking to a young lady yesterday, you know. She said, I got me a new job. I'm working there. She told me where she was mm-hmm. working at. I said, well, are you working day shift? She said, no, I'm working from 7 at night to 7 in the morning. Mm-hmm. Now from 7 to 9 or 10, being fed, making sure they get into bed so they get to school on time. But she can't do it mm-hmm. because she go to work at 7 at night. And basically, the kids are on their own, mm-hmm. you know, unless their dad is there, you know. So this is why kids get in trouble, because of the lack of supervision in the home, because they're working all these hours trying to make sure that their kids eat, have nice, decent clothes to go to school, mm-hmm. and things like this here, you know. A roof over their head. All these things play an important part, Brother Jay.
Oh, yes. You know? You don't have that. You got a family, bad family dynamics. You know, in this state, we have one of the high the individuals for creating that, but you fertilize the ground in the state of Louisiana where everybody could have a gun in a so-called proverbial gumbo pot. Everybody could have a gun. So I got to think that Jeff Landry and those like him intend on it. And as far as it relates to immigrants going into detention camps, I don't think the immigrants could be going to those camps. I think a lot of the young black males in the state of Louisiana could be going to these camps. Just look at the tea leaves, read the tea leaves, and look at the handwriting on the wall, so to speak, and you're going to see where all of this is going. It just also enacted the law where children, people as young as 17-year-old could be incarcerated. So just look at all of these things.
Well, at one time, if a kid wasn't 18 or a person wasn't 18 years of age, they couldn't show their pictures. Now they're showing their pictures and giving their name. So we got to look at all of that. And Brother Jake, not to change the subject, but next week, I'm hoping that I could have someone, on the program, on the Community Matters Show, that's going to teach us how to grow our own vegetables.
Yes.
We got different vegetables growing different seasons. You understand me? And he could explain, all these things, we have to start learning. And the biggest thing, bro, that really upsetted me is when I found out a close relative of mine was in college and couldn't sign her name.
Wow.
Because they taught in cursive.
Right.
Like when I was coming up in school, we couldn't count on our fingers. We had to either put it in our head and give the answer to the problem that we were supposed to be solving, and they put printing in their head and not in cursive in their head.
Oh yeah, it's essential. Again, they're leaving in droves. The state of Louisiana lost population in all races every last couple of years. So go ahead and check out that statistic. That tells you a lot. So I don't think what Jeff Landry was doing with the tax code going to really improve anything but make corporations a little bit more richer.
Yeah, well, when I was 19 years old, I did the same thing. I left Louisiana, went to California because of mom and my family.
That's sometimes the only reason.
After mom, my family was still here, and I was still enjoying my family. So until then, hey, like Brother Paul always say, y'all come back now.
Thank the staff and management of the AOC Community Media.
Yeah.
Excellent job.
Yeah, and his name is Skip. Good show, my brother. Good show.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.